नरेंद्र मोदी आप देख सकते हैं इन तस्वीरों में पहुंच चुके हैं ग्रैंड पैलेस और इस ग्रैंड पैलेस में फ्रांस के राष्ट्रपति एमेनुअल मैक्रों और साथ ही साथ भारत के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी। बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण ये समिट और जैसा कि हमने कहा कि 100 से अधिक देश सुंदर पिचाई। आप तमाम जो आईटी से जुड़े जो लोग हैं, टेक्नोलॉजी से जुड़े जो लोग हैं, जो दिग्गज हैं, उनको आप देख सकते हैं। और चूंकि भारत को चेयर है इस एआई एक्शन समिट में, इसलिए एक तरफ फ्रांस होस्ट कंट्री और दूसरी तरफ को चेयर के तौर पर भारत के प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी इस कार्यक्रम में शिरकत करने के लिए इस कार्यक्रम स्थल पर पहुंच चुके हैं। बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण ये तस्वीरें और 100 से अधिक देश जो हैं वो इसमें पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं। कैसा है आज का वर्तमान में एआई, भविष्य में किस तरह का रुख करेगा ये एआई, किस तरह से हमें इससे सीखने की ज़रूरत है, क्या जनरेटिव हम इस कंस्ट्रक्टिव तरीके से एआई का यूज़ कर सकते हैं, क्या इसका जो दूसरा एस्पेक्ट है उस पर हम डिबेट और डिस्कस कर सकते हैं। तो ये तमाम चीज़ें हैं, रूल्स को लेकर, रेगुलेशंस को लेकर, कंट्रोलिंग अथॉरिटी को लेकर, टेक्नोलॉजी को लेकर, टेक्नोलॉजी ट्रांसफ़र को लेकर, क्रिटिकल टेक्नोलॉजीज़ को लेकर, ये तमाम ऐसे बिंदु और पॉइंट्स हैं जिन पर कि आज बातचीत और आज इस पर चर्चा आपसे कुछ ही देर के बाद होगी। प्रधानमंत्री भी इस प्लेनरी सेशन को आपसे कुछ ही देर के बाद संबोधित करने वाले हैं। हमारे पास जो सूचना आई है, आपसे कुछ ही देर के बाद प्रधानमंत्री संबोधित करेंगे। और एआई को लेकर जो वैश्विक चिंताएं हैं, उन वैश्विक चिंताओं को भारत किस तरह से एड्रेस कर सकता है या फिर भारत किस तरह का रोल प्ले कर सकता है, इसको लेकर भी चर्चाएं अब से कुछ ही देर के बाद होंगी। तमाम जो राष्ट्राध्यक्ष हैं, तमाम जो नेता हैं और टेक इंडस्ट्री से जुड़े जो लोग हैं, वो इस कार्यक्रम में पहुंच चुके हैं। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी, फ्रांस के राष्ट्रपति एमेनुअल मैक्रों, तमाम लोग वहाँ पे पहुँच चुके हैं। तो ये तस्वीरें हम आपको दिखा रहे हैं पेरिस से, फ्रांस की राजधानी पेरिस से, जहाँ एआई एक्शन समिट में भाग लेने के लिए और इस कार्यक्रम को संबोधित करने के लिए प्रधानमंत्री इस कार्यक्रम स्थल पर पहुंच चुके हैं। बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण ये तस्वीरें हो जाती हैं क्योंकि अब से कुछ ही देर के बाद प्रधानमंत्री भी इस कार्यक्रम को संबोधित करेंगे। और क्या कुछ भारत इस विषय में सोचता है, एआई को लेकर भारत की क्या सोच है, भारत इस दिशा में कैसे आगे बढ़ रहा है।
President of the European Commission, Mr. Vice President, Deputy Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen, dear guests, dear friends, just a quick word to say how delighted we are to welcome you here. Yesterday, many of you had conversations and engaged in dialogue yesterday here at the Grand Palais, which was built for the World Expo in 1900 and showed how France is committed to progress and science. And it's the first time that this newly renovated pavilion, the Palais d'Antin, has been made open once again to the general public. So it was built, this pavilion was built in 1937. It was Mr. Perrin, who was a Nobel laureate for chemistry, and he was convinced that by demonstrating to the French and to the world what science can do, we could convince them to embrace progress and therefore have science serve the interests of humanity. And I think that is our challenge with artificial intelligence, which is to ensure that these incredible technological innovations with new computing power, that all of the incredible advances of AI and its implications in various sectors be in the interests of humanity in a world that is disrupted by crisis. Thanks to open dialogue, we're lucky enough to have India, the US, China, Europe, the African continent, and the Latin American continent here. We have heads of state and government, researchers, civil society, entrepreneurs, investors, and that gives us an opportunity to engage in dialogue and to advance on this path of understanding science and ensuring that it serves collective progress. I won't be much longer. I'm incredibly pleased to have you here at this summit, which I co-chair with Prime Minister Modi. And so, dear Prime Minister, dear Narendra, I'm actually going to give you the floor now so that we can hear from you and hear what India has to say to the world on AI. Thank you very much for being here.
Excellencies, friends, let me begin with a simple experiment. If you upload your medical report to an AI app, it can explain in simple language, free of any jargon, what it means for your health. But if you ask the same app to draw an image of someone writing with their left hand, the app will most likely draw someone writing with the right hand. Because that is what the training data is dominated by. It shows that while the positive potential of AI is absolutely amazing, there are many biases that we need to think carefully about. That is why I am grateful to my friend, President Macron, for hosting this summit and for inviting me to co-chair it. Friends, AI is already reshaping our polity, our economy, our security, and even our society. AI is writing the code for humanity. AI is writing the code for humanity in this century. But it is very different from other technology milestones in human history. AI is developing at an unprecedented scale and speed, and being adapted and deployed even faster. There is also a deep interdependence across borders. Therefore, there is a need for collective global efforts to establish governance and standards that uphold our shared values, address risks, and build trust. But governance is not just about managing risks and rivalries. It is also about promoting innovation and deploying it for the global good. So, we must think deeply and discuss openly about innovation and governance. Governance is also about ensuring access to all, especially in the global south. It is where the capabilities are most lacking, be it compute, power, talent, data, or the financial resources. Friends, AI can help transform millions of lives by improving health, education, agriculture, and so much more. It can help create a world in which the journey to sustainable development goals becomes easier and faster. To do this, we must pull together resources and talent. We must develop open source systems that enhance trust and transparency. We must build quality data sets free from biases. We must democratize technology and create people-centric applications. We must address concerns related to cybersecurity, disinformation, and deepfakes. And we must also ensure that technology is rooted in local ecosystems for it to be effective and useful. Friends, loss of jobs is AI's most feared disruption. But history has shown that work does not disappear due to technology. Its nature changes and new types of jobs are created. We need to invest in skilling and reskilling our people for an AI-driven future. Friends, there is no doubt that the high energy intensity of AI needs to be looked into. This will require green power to fuel its future. India and France have worked together for years through initiatives like the International Solar Alliance to harness the power of the sun. As we advance our partnership to AI, it is a natural progression from sustainability to innovation to shape a smarter and responsible future. At the same time, sustainable AI does not only mean using clean energy. AI models must also be efficient and sustainable in size, data needs, and resources requirements. After all, the human brain manages to compose poetry and design spaceships using less power than most light bulbs. Friends, India has successfully built a digital public infrastructure for over 1.4 billion people at a very low cost. It is built around an open and accessible network. It has regulations and a wide range of applications to modernize our economy, reform governance, and transform the lives of our people. We have unlocked the power of data through our data empowerment and protection architecture. And we have made digital commerce, democratic and accessible to all. This vision is the foundation of India's national AI mission. That is why, during our G20 presidency, we built a consensus on harnessing AI responsibly for good and for all. Today, India leads in AI adoption and techno-legal solutions on data privacy. We are developing AI applications for public good. We have one of the world's largest AI talent pools. India is building its own large language model considering our diversity. We also have a unique public-private partnership model for pooling resources like compute power. It is made available to our startups and researchers at an affordable cost. And India is ready to share its experience and expertise to ensure that AI future is for good and for all. Friends, we are at the dawn of the AI age that will shape the course of humanity. Some people worry about machines becoming superior in intelligence to humans, but no one holds the key to our collective future and shared destiny other than us humans. That sense of responsibility must guide us. Thank you.